Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome from me and Millie. In case you can hear purring, that's just Millie, my cat, here on my lap. So this is a follow-on reading. After the first reading I did about missing person Nancy Guthrie, this morning I've done some channeling and remote viewing, trying to hone in on where her location is, because I really feel she's in spirit. And in that first reading we had quite a few clues come through, didn't we? In the cards in particular, and then my vision I've had this morning confirms a lot of things that came through in that reading. In that reading you might remember that I said nature reserve, quite an open expanse of land, and that I felt she was near water. Now I've drawn it here. Just bear with me as I just adjust the lighting. So I hope you can see that. I know with white paper it can glare a little bit, and some of it's not very dark, it's a bit faint the way I've drawn it. Before I begin, I just wanted to point out that with visions, in case any of you aren't aware, it's a bit like dreams. You know, when you wake up and it's a bit hazy, you can remember certain scenes and things, but some are a bit hazy. It's the same sort of thing with visions. You know, it's not always like clear like a photo. The way it comes through as well. So the first thing I saw when I tuned in with Nancy's spirit was this curve like this. And then I saw concrete around it. So it really seemed to me it was like some sort of tunnel. And I was feeling I was inside it as well. When I looked out, I could see water that I've tried to draw there. I'm not sure if you can see it. And it seems like a marsh. I was hearing wetland, marsh, and sort of bits of grass here, but it's quite derelict, is the word that's coming through. Not many people go there. And up there as well, I could just see land. As I said in the first reading, that open expanse of land, water here. And then on this side, I was just seeing, I've tried to draw them best I can, like these tall trees like that. I'm really not sure what they are, whether it's pine or fir, those type of trees. But it's not a big covered woodland either, as I said in the first reading. And in the first reading I said weeping willows, that was what I saw in the cards. But in my vision it's these type of trees that you see in woods. So they're on that side. And then I feel there is a road that's somewhere behind here. I'm not quite sure whether it's there or here. Could even be going right round actually. But there's a road, because I could hear cars quite close by coming through channel that was. So that's it in terms of the vision I saw. Might not seem like a lot, but it's quite tiring actually, just to get that. So I really don't know what this could be, whether it's some sort of storage area, because I just felt I was in there, so I feel Nancy is in there, so that's what I was being shown. And then this is what I saw outside, so she's covered, and then the water there obviously explains why I felt she was close to water. So, you know, if any of you have an idea where this could be, share in the comments, share with people in the area. I know some of you after the last reading you did do that. I think some of you said there's a nature reserve close to where she lived. I would definitely say somewhere with water would potentially be a clue. Obviously this is what I feel, this is my opinion, this is what I'm seeing, I'm just sharing it to try and help if I can. I definitely got a feeling that, yeah, as I said, derelict, not many people go there, but there are cars that pass by. Like all of this area, in fact, could be trees, like a line of trees, because it's kind of a bit hidden. I really feel the road is there, actually, on that side, but that's what I'm getting for now from the vision. I'd like to see with some cards as well, if we can get any further clues. Now, those of you who haven't seen my readings before, in case you're wondering, I often use the cards to get clues, not just, like the meaning of the cards, so to speak. I like to do that, that's why I use different decks. I'm drawn to certain decks. So let's just see, can we get any clues, please, Spirit, with the cards in terms of location? Yeah, wow. Everyone. You can't make this up, can you, with the trees here? And then we've got a path. So there could be a footpath in that area, so people walk through this place. And then some parts there are some trees together, which I was feeling there. Now also, in terms of the meaning, Six of Cups can talk about nostalgia, memories from the past. I would see trip down memory lane with this image. So I really feel with that, it's somewhere Nancy's been to before. Maybe somewhere from her childhood, close to her childhood home, or family, close to her family. Because we've got cups here. Well, that's really interesting. Wow. I just dropped that one that happened, by accident. I'm going to put it back, but yeah, we do have water in this card and a female figure coming through there. And with the dark over the sun there, somewhere dark, secluded, covered. Yeah, that's really coming through, it would seem. Let's see if we can get any other clues. Wow, everyone, yeah. I mean, the Hermit, do you know what? With the Hermit, I often get a cave, because this card is about going within, being quite insular. He needs a torch to find his way around. So yeah, again, somewhere dark, and this is Nancy's resting place with the Four of Swords. This can show someone who's passed, which is what I feel. I only share that if that has come through, if that's what I feel, if I feel a connection with Spirit. So that really does seem to be confirming with these cards. Somewhere dark, close to water, trees, potentially. Also, we're getting a lot of peaceful, tranquil energy from the cards here, which is what I felt. There's like a distant sound of cars. As I said, you can hear them, but particularly with that one, the Hermit, and even here, it's like a solitary energy. I'm getting for Nancy, quite derelict as well. It's not used a lot. I feel. I remember in my first reading that I felt she will be found, and I think I was getting a matter of months. Let's just ask that specifically with the cards. Yeah, I mean, we've got High Priestess, the bottom of the deck. I feel with this it's like maybe someone who knows the area. And we got the Ten of Cups for a completion as well. It's a happy outcome in the sense there's closure. That's what I want to say with that one. I feel like collective harmony, like we're seeing here, for people, because I know a lot of people are concerned. We might need to be patient though with these two actually. Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy, and the High Priestess is saying be patient. So I can't really say when. I do feel maybe months, but timing is rarely accurate with tarot, I find, because what has happened in the divine realm, for example, what you channel, like what I channel, can sometimes take a year. Like I feel it's going to happen soon, but in our time it's a year, months, for example. So that's why I won't really give time in particular. Okay, so any other clues now with this deck? I do feel very emotional. I'm picking up on like the collective emotions around this. I know there's been, from what I've seen, I've looked, there's been quite a lot of talk online about this, and I feel some of that is distractions from the enemy that's behind this. Just wanted to put that out there because that's something they're doing at the moment. A lot. They're ramping it up because the truth will come out. And I think they know that. Yeah, same card. Knight of Pentacles. So this, yeah, this could be someone then. Because he's outdoors on a horse, so it could be someone on a horse. Or someone walking on a bike, that kind of thing, who I feel comes across Nancy. Yeah, quite a young energy, potentially. Could be somewhere where there are horses as well, for that card to come through. Horses are kept, or maybe there's a horse trail. So I really feel it's, you know, like with marshland, I know I've seen the marshland before, it's often no one goes there. It's quite muddy, I feel. I've gone by in a car before and seen it, and you get a lot of wildlife there. So yeah, there could be animals around there, but I don't feel it's like a public zoo, you know, anything like that, or park really. But I think you can. Let's ask the cards. Can people access this area, or is it private land? That one's flown out. I feel it's somewhere quite secure, the Ten of Pentacles. And I'm just really drawn to the first card that came out, the Empress. We've got this female figure, can signify a mother, close to water. And here it's almost like this cave, isn't it? Coming through. She might be partially clothed, like in this card. I just really feel it's peaceful, a secure area, so it could be like closed off, but it's close to a highway, road. That's what I'm feeling. I do have to just point this out. We've got a lot of cards about family here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, 10-10, completion, mother, and then a couple that came out in the first reading. You might remember a couple that were involved. They've been to that place where she is, I feel. I mean, even this looks a bit like a cave or something, doesn't it? Yeah, a cave or a tunnel. That's sort of maybe a bit hidden, like here. She's, yeah, sort of partially covered. She could be wearing red. So that's really interesting. I was just tuning in to these two cards, and what I'm also feeling is that there are other spirits there. It's interesting, they're around the Empress, that feels Nancy. A spiritual union with that one, because I was feeling ancestors with this one, but yeah, I'm feeling some spirits that are there in that place. So this could be a place where, you know, they go, that is, these people that do these things, they know of this place and they just dump bodies there, and they're never found because it's quite derelict. That's so sad. But yeah, that's just come through there as well, channeled. So I'm going to leave that there, everyone, because I'm getting a bit of a heavy energy now come through. So I really feel this resistance, as I said. They're really trying to confuse the collective. That's coming through again. We're trying to confuse the collective with all these stories they're putting out there. I don't read them, by the way, but I'm just sensing it. People want the truth. I do feel with this one, this is where the truth comes to light. It could be that this case is where others are then revealed. Because this year, I said before in other readings, this is the year of exposure, speaking openly and freely, and things starting to come to light. As the structure of our system collapses, which has kind of come out there, the truth comes out, the truth comes to light. And when one story is exposed, families, people in areas, different areas, who've experienced these kind of things as a family member, friend, whatever it is, they're going to start to piece things together, maybe work together as a community and realise what's been happening for a very long time. All these things they do to take people out, thinking they have the right to do it, because someone knows something or whatever it is. It's usually the case with these stories, isn't it? And so money is invested, and that's it. There's a cover-up. That's usually how it goes, but that's going to change. I really feel at the moment the tables are turning. So watch this space, everyone. going to leave that there. Please do share in the comments anything you feel from what's come through and the images, things I've said, any other clues you can see. Let's all work together and try and bring this one to light for sure, if we can. If anything else comes through, I'll do future readings, of course. Thank you so much for your support and for viewing, and I'll see you soon.